So today we're going to be talking about Newton's third law in motion. So before we start talking about Newton's third law, I want to mention Newton's first and second law, just as a refresher. So for Newton's first law, it states that an object in motion will tend to stay in that motion unless acted on by a net force. So as an example, we have a soccer ball, and if no one hits the soccer ball, the ball will stay in motion unless we have human kick the soccer ball, which then it will change its motion. So now we have Newton's second law, which can be shown with an equation, which is simply force, or F, equals mass, or M, times acceleration, A. So now we have Newton's third law finally, which can be expressed as for every action there is an equal but opposite reaction. So as an example, I have Dante drawn in here. The guy thinks he's really strong. So I have him pushing up against a brick wall. So the forces involved in this between the brick wall and Dante are Dante exerting force on the brick wall, pushing against it, and in return, due to the law, there will be the force in opposite direction pushing against Dante. So the brick wall will in turn be pushing against Dante. So I can show this algebraically by putting the absolute value of Dante against the wall is equal to the force the wall puts on Dante. But what's really important is that you have to know is that the force is equal, but the direction is opposite. Very important. You gotta know that. You definitely gotta know that. But if there was no law, Dante would have gone right through the wall. He would have thought he was big. But we all know, even if there was no law, Dante still wouldn't have been able to push through that wall, because he's not that strong. Alright, so for my final example, I have Connor Turner, a big strong guy, standing on a stool, pulling a box on a string. So we have the force of the box on Connor, and the force of Connor, on the box. But we also have Fg and Fn for each object. So a net free body diagram for the box, there would be the force of Connor on the box, Fn and Fg, and for Connor it'd be the opposite but equal in force of Fn, Fg, and the force of Connor, the box on Connor. So with this law, it ensures that people will be safe on Earth. No one will be crashing through the ground because there'll be equal but opposite force pushing against the person that's living on the ground. But in any case, the law just failed and people start crashing to the Earth. It sucks to be them. They're all gonna die. Except one guy though.
What's that on that beat, ho?
I'm different, yeah, I'm different. I'm different, yeah, I'm